Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we are here with Master Thusath Dissanayake, the Secretary of the School Officers Guild of the year 2024. So, Thusath, can you tell a bit more about yourself and your school life?
Thank you, Rehan, for that introduction. Hello, everyone. I'm Thusath Dissanayake. I just finished my 14th year of schooling at Trinity College, Kandy, by completing my A-levels in the commerce stream back in December of 2024. To give a brief description about my schooling career, I was involved in a lot of club societies, and I also involved myself in various sporting avenues through my formative years at college.
Talking about your school life, that actually ties up with my next question. What has been your most defining moment at college?
Looking back, I think the most defining moment in my school career was when school bestowed me the role of Secretary of the School Officers Guild back in February of 2024. It was both an honor and privilege to hold this position for a little over a year, and I got a first-hand experience into what leadership and responsibility felt like in the first hand.
Next up, into a more important question. How exactly did you manage academics, sports and extracurriculars at the same time while still excelling in them?
I think the balancing game is more mentally taxing than anything. I think the way to get around this is to set your priorities straight. At times, that means you have to make sacrifices, but at the end of the day, the results will speak for themselves.
Talking about sacrifices, what was your biggest challenge in your life at college?
Again, I think it shrinks back to the previous question. I think the idea of being perfectly balanced is a fallacy, and I think the more you come to terms with it early on, the better. Another thing I think a lot of people struggle with, including myself, is failure. I think the way to get around this is to consider failure as your friend rather than your foe, and know that life is a game of trial and error.
Next up, Thusath, if you could give one piece of advice to all the young Trinitians out there, what would it be?
To anyone who's listening, I think the best piece of advice I can give you is to have no regrets. It's not every day you get to go to school, so enjoy the time you have, involve yourself in everything, and make sure when you walk out those gates 14 years later, you have no regrets. Make sure to leave with content and fulfillment.
That was really thoughtful, and I'm pretty sure many will have found it valuable. After 14 long years at college, what's next? What do you aspire to be in the future?
I would like to get my higher studies done with in the next decade or so. I've always been interested in the entrepreneurial side of life, so I would like to have a couple of startups up and running. So when I return as an old boy in the future, I would consider myself proud.
That sounds exciting. And we wish you all the best in your future and in your future ahead.
Thank you, Rehan. Thank you for having me.
With that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Master Thusath, for being with us today. And I'm pretty sure each and everyone out there, they've learned at least one valuable lesson out of this. Thank you, Thusath, for being with us.